The curse of Oak Island has taken a dramatic turn. A massive ship has been uncovered, and according to researchers, it may reveal something truly unsettling. But what exactly have they found? Let's dive in. A recent discovery by Billy Gerhart and his team has pushed the Oak Island excavation into an exciting new phase. This time, the revelation of a large, mysterious ship has left experts completely stunned. Historians are particularly fascinated by a polished wooden artifact that resembles a ship's handrail. They believe it may be directly connected to the nearby stone road, which many think once served as a ship's pier. This finding has launched a renewed effort to uncover the hidden past of Oak Island, the swamp, the stone roadway, and the island's possible harbour. Yet questions continue to pile up. Where did this ship originate? What purpose did it serve? Was it a warship, a merchant vessel, or something else entirely? And why does it have such an unusual design? Instead of answers, this discovery has deepened the mystery. The swamp around Oak Island has long been a source of fascination and confusion. Its murky waters and thick vegetation have sparked countless theories. But recent evidence suggests something surprising. The swamp may once have been an active, open harbour. If true, this discovery dramatically reshapes our understanding of the island's past. Oak Island, off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, has captured the imagination of explorers, historians, and treasure hunters for generations. Tales of buried treasure, secret tunnels, and elaborate traps have fueled its legend. The swamp, with its mysterious appearance, has always added to that allure, yet its true nature remained unclear, until now. Billy Gerhart's team uncovered compelling proof that the swamp may have once functioned as a busy port. This insight has transformed the investigation, filling the team with renewed excitement and anticipation. If the swamp was indeed a harbour, a flood of new questions emerges. What kinds of ships sailed through here? What goods or treasures were transported? And how did this bustling port eventually become the swamp we see today? As researchers connect the swamp to other major features, like the stone road and the supposed ship's pier, the island's history becomes even more captivating. Each discovery brings them one step closer to understanding Oak Island's hidden story. What was once thought to be an impenetrable marsh may actually be a doorway to a vibrant era of trade, powerful ships, and daring sailors. Another breakthrough came with the discovery of the polished wooden artifact. This beautifully crafted object has reignited the quest to uncover Oak Island's secrets. With its smooth curves and expertly sanded surfaces, the artifact feels unmistakably nautical, almost certainly a piece from a ship. Its craftsmanship reflects a level of skill and care that speaks to an earlier age of seafaring. Studying it evokes images of grand ships navigating the Atlantic, supported by sturdy handrails like this one, as sailors faced dangerous waters and unknown lands. Its presence on Oak Island hints that the island may once have been a lively maritime hub, home to vessels of many kinds, arriving and departing from a hidden port. The artifact grows more meaningful with every passing moment. It stands not only as a historical piece, but also as a symbol of human ingenuity and courage. It reminds us of the explorers who braved the unknown and carved their names into history, some of whom may have set sail from Oak Island itself. Billy Gerhart's team understands the immense importance of this discovery. They believe the artifact holds untold stories beneath its polished surface, stories that may connect the swamp, the stone road, and the ship's pier into a single, remarkable narrative. It could be the missing link tying together Oak Island's most puzzling mysteries. Now the question becomes impossible to ignore. Could the swamp truly have been a thriving port in its prime? If so, this revelation reshapes everything we thought we knew, opening doors to possibilities that have long remained hidden. The stone road, once just a strange pathway, now takes on deeper meaning in light of the artifact. Piece by piece, Oak Island's forgotten history is coming to life. The team believes the structure they've discovered may have been used to transport valuables and goods between ships and the mainland. To them, it symbolizes Oak Island's connection to the wider world, a crucial link that once supported trade, exploration, and the exchange of ideas. The ship's harbor, too, becomes an essential piece of the unfolding story. The discovery sparks vivid images of towering masts, bustling activity, and ships arriving from distant lands. The team envisions merchants moving precious cargo, cultures blending, and new relationships forming across the sea. The ship's wharf stands out as a gateway to adventure, representing the promise of unknown lands and hidden riches. Billy Gerhart's sharp instincts and unwavering belief in the swamp's potential have inspired confidence within the team. His past discoveries have paved the way for many breakthroughs, reinforcing the feeling that each step brings them closer to revealing the secrets the island has protected for generations. In their relentless quest to unravel Oak Island's mysteries, Rick, Marty, Craig, and the rest of the team carried out a seismic scanning survey, one that exposed an extraordinary anomaly deep beneath the island. The results stunned them. The scans revealed a 200-foot-long structure shaped strikingly like a sailing ship. This unexpected find only deepened the intrigue surrounding Oak Island. Using advanced seismic technology, the team was able to peer farther into the ground than ever before. When they reviewed the data and saw the clear outline of what resembled a buried vessel, they couldn't contain their excitement. The anomaly suggested the possibility of a ship hidden beneath the island, raising countless questions about its purpose, origin, and the secrets it might hold. Eager to confirm the discovery, the team began drilling in hopes of reaching the mysterious structure. But despite their persistent efforts, they weren't able to obtain definitive physical evidence. The anomaly remained out of reach, continuing to guard its secrets. Even so, the seismic survey marked a significant milestone in their exploration of the island's depths. Later, Rick and Marty joined the rest of the team around the iconic war room table, accompanied by historian Doug Crowell. On the phone was researcher Zena Halpern, known for her work on the Knights Templar. She spoke with excitement as she revealed new information, 2 ancient maps and a coded message she believed might help unlock Oak Island's greatest mysteries. One of the maps she described bore a chilling date, 1179, written in Roman numerals. It showed Oak Island clearly marked between latitudes 46 and 47. But what captured everyone's attention was a symbol over Oak Island, a Rodon point, showing New Ross, a nearby settlement long believed by some to be connected to Henry Sinclair's legendary 1398 voyage to Nova Scotia. The room buzzed with excitement. Could these maps finally lead to the island's hidden treasure? Zena's findings revived the team's determination. As they examined the ancient documents, it became clear that Oak Island's mystery was far from being solved. New Ross plays a pivotal role in this tangled history. Some believe the site once housed a Templar stronghold built in the late 1300s, possibly by Prince Henry Sinclair during his supposed visit to the region. But new evidence and theories point to an even older and more complex past. Zena Halpern's research, and the maps she shared, opened entirely new possibilities. While many have linked the Templars' presence on Oak Island to Sinclair's travels, Zena's discoveries suggest events dating back more than 2 centuries earlier. This raises a bold question. Could the Templars have reached Nova Scotia long before Sinclair's recorded journey? And if so, what does that mean for New Ross and its historical connection to the island? The maps play a central role in this mystery. Zena's map of Nova Scotia provides an overview of the area, but the French map of Oak Island is the most puzzling. Believed to date back to 1347, it contains handwritten French labels that suggest a possible French presence on the island at that time. While examining the map, Marty Lagina pointed out several translated features. The basin, likely referring to the swamp on the Nolan side of the island. The marsh, another reference to the swamp itself, and the dam, which lines up with Fred Nolan's discovery of a wooden log wall in that exact area. Marty also noticed strange writing on the map, Oak Enter, which seems to point directly toward the money pit. Yet other terms on the document remain mysterious, such as anchors, valve, and hatch. These unexplained labels add new layers of uncertainty and deepen the island's enigma. As the team studies the maps and weighs their implications, a fresh narrative begins to emerge. The possibility that the Templars visited Oak Island long before Henry Sinclair challenges long-held beliefs and raises new questions about the true origins of the island's greatest mysteries. It's possible the Templars left behind clues, treasures, or even a hidden structure that has yet to be uncovered. Driven by Zena Halpin's discoveries and the tantalizing hints embedded in ancient maps, the team continues its pursuit of Oak Island's mysteries. Every new piece of evidence brings them a step closer to unlocking a puzzle that has fascinated historians and treasure hunters for generations. The story of Oak Island is far from over. As the crew digs deeper into the island's past, they may finally uncover answers to its oldest riddles. One element adding to the intrigue is the mysterious hatch referenced in the McInnes family legend. According to one family member, simply choosing the right spot to dig could reveal this hidden entrance, suggesting its location is both secretive and potentially dangerous. Motivated to uncover the truth, the team feels compelled to investigate further. They compare details from the ancient maps to the island's known features, noticing that while some elements line up perfectly, others are completely unfamiliar. Determined to solve the mystery, they plan to search for these unknown features, believing they may hold the key to Oak Island's past. Rick Lagina understands how complicated the island's history truly is. While the team isn't certain that Zena's research provides definitive answers, they know they can't ignore any clue. Oak Island's story is built on legends, theories, and hope, so every possibility must be explored. Zena's documentation, in particular, stands out. Its detail gives her theories added weight. Rick also knows that overlooking her work without thorough investigation could mean missing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. With the island's past shrouded in mystery, every fragment of information deserves attention. After reviewing an old map of Oak Island, Rick, Marty, and the team turn their attention to a strange depression near Dave Blankenship's home. Curious, they move in to examine it more closely. Jack Begley leads the way to a raised area nearby, comparing the ancient French map to modern satellite images provided by Zena. To their surprise, the alignment is nearly perfect. The map's edges match the shoreline, and even the layout mirrors today's landscape. Excitement builds as Jack points out that the area on the map sits directly beneath Dave's driveway, and even appears to include a rough outline of Dave's house. This striking match suggests a deliberate connection between the ancient map and the modern terrain. Jack then draws their attention to the designated search zone, noting that no one truly knows what the hatch is supposed to look like. This lack of detail makes the search more challenging, forcing them to rely on hints passed down through history. In the aligned images, a bright anomaly appears exactly where the hatch is supposed to be. Dave's realization of the alignment energizes the team. This could be the very hatch whispered about for centuries. The crew buzzes with excitement as they consider what might lie beneath the ground near Dave's property. Could the hatch connect back to the money pit, offering a new entryway into its depths? Or might it lead to an even greater treasure hidden beneath the island? Marty Lagina is stunned by how unusual the discovery is, calling it one of the strangest things they've found on that side of the island. Fueled by curiosity, the team heads towards the spot shown on the map. Their imaginations race with possibilities. When they finally arrive, they begin scanning the ground, searching for any sign of the hatch. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation. Each member of the team senses they could be on the brink of a major breakthrough. Jack, holding a probing rod, begins testing the ground for resistance that would indicate a hidden object below. The others watch silently as he moves methodically across the area. Suddenly, the rod hits something solid. Jack freezes, excitement flashing across his face. Could this be it? The long-rumored hatch that has evaded discovery for generations? The crew gathers quickly, their eagerness growing as Jack continues probing. As they work to uncover whatever lies beneath, the team feels a mixture of awe and suspense. What could be waiting under the surface? What secrets might finally come to light? A new day dawns on Oak Island as Rick, Marty, and the team examine a square-shaped opening on the island's western side, accompanied by archaeologist Laird Niven. This unusual feature might be a crucial piece in solving Oak Island's ancient puzzle. The next step is determining whether the hatch is man-made or something far older. If it proves to be authentic, it could be a monumental moment in the Lagina brothers' quest to unravel the island's mysteries. As Laird inspects the opening carefully, he identifies signs of human workmanship, evidence that the structure didn't form naturally. And with that discovery, the mystery only deepens. Some of the stones at the site appear to have been deliberately removed, while others are loosely positioned, hinting at intentional construction. Marty suggests that the hatch they discovered might actually be the entrance to a tunnel, noting evidence that at least one side may open into a passageway. Still, more investigation is needed, starting with obtaining permission and clearing the small trees around the area. Marty reassures the team that all actions will comply with proper regulations, even asking whether they face any restrictions on using simple hand tools for excavation. Although obtaining the necessary approvals will take time and effort, Rick and Marty agree to report their findings to the authorities. They understand that cooperation with the Canadian government is essential, not only for legal reasons, but also to support a responsible and credible investigation. Their decision reflects a commitment to conducting their exploration with care, respecting both the environment and the island's historical significance. Many people believe Oak Island is more than just a potential treasure site. It's a national treasure and possibly even a sacred archaeological location. By following proper procedures and involving officials, the Lagina brothers aim to preserve the island's integrity while continuing their search. This careful, science-based approach stands in stark contrast to the reckless digging and destruction carried out by past treasure hunters. Rick and Marty rely on modern technology and archaeological methods to explore the island, determined to uncover its secrets without causing harm. As a new day begins on Oak Island, Rick, Marty, and the rest of the team gather at Smith's Cove. Their destination is the home of Dan Blankenship, one of the most dedicated figures in the island's history. They hope to find clues that will guide them to their next drilling location, the third attempt in their long-running search for the legendary Money Pit. For nearly half a century, Dan Blankenship devoted his life to Oak Island. Over that time, he amassed an enormous personal archive filled with maps, measurements, photographs, and eyewitness accounts dating all the way back to the 1840s. Now 93 years old, Dan's greatest contribution is not the items themselves, but the vast knowledge and memories he carries. Entering Dan's basement is like stepping through a portal into the past. Every shelf, every wall, holds part of the island's story. Weathered maps show how earlier explorers saw Oak Island. Handwritten notes and sketches capture the immense planning that went into past excavations. Photographs reveal decades of triumphs and setbacks. Yet despite this treasure trove of documents and artifacts, Dan himself is the most valuable source of all his recollections, form a living record of Oak Island's long and mysterious history. As he shares stories with Rick, Marty, and the team, his enthusiasm is as strong as ever. His memories bring the island's past to life, its challenges, breakthroughs, and disappointments, captivating everyone who listens. Standing in that basement, surrounded by the echoes of generations who searched before them, Dan Blankenship remains a living legend, a bridge between the island's past and the ongoing quest to solve its mysteries. The team also revisits the work of Mel Chappell, a determined treasure hunter from the early 1930s. Chappell created a detailed drawing of the Money Pit area, marking where he believed the original pit had been. Convinced of his findings, he and his father, William, built a secret tunnel they hoped would lead directly to the treasure chamber. But their efforts ended abruptly when seawater from a legendary flood tunnel rushed in and destroyed their shaft. Earlier this year, while drilling a borehole in Valley 3, Rick and Marty uncovered signs of Chappell's abandoned excavation. As the team prepared for their next move, Marty raised concerns about where to position their third drilling site. Some members argued for a northeastern location, while Rick and David preferred a southwestern direction. The difference of opinion created uncertainty and pushed them to reevaluate their strategy. Adding pressure to the situation was the imminent arrival of a large piece of equipment, making it crucial to finalize a decision soon. To ensure they chose the best approach, the team decided to gather more information and continued discussing possibilities. The future of their treasure hunt depended on choosing the right direction. Meanwhile, with operations paused at the Money Pit, Rick Lagina sets out with historian Charles Barkhouse and fellow explorer Jack Begley to investigate one of Oak Island's most mysterious features, the legendary Nolan's Cross. They enlist stonemasons Mike Welling and Mark Fugger to help determine whether the enormous stones forming the cross show signs of human craftsmanship. Their focus is especially drawn to the cross's headstone, the point where its arms and stem intersect. This stone holds particular importance because of discoveries made by Fred Nolan, the landowner and meticulous researcher who studied the formation for decades. In 1981, Fred Nolan discovered 5 massive cone-shaped stones arranged in a perfect symmetrical cross on his property, measuring an impressive 720 by 867 feet. Captivated by this unusual formation, he suspected something significant might lie at its center. His curiosity led him to uncover a 6th stone, shaped remarkably like a large human head. The team's investigation into Nolan's Cross could reveal not only deliberate human construction, but possibly hidden artifacts or treasures buried within its boundaries. While some have long believed that the formation represents a Templar cross, another theory proposes a far more symbolic design, the ancient Tree of Life. This interpretation suggests that the stones were arranged to represent the 10 spiritual Sephirot from Hebrew mysticism, key elements in the creation of the universe. Support for this theory grew when smaller stones with unusually flat edges were found placed around the cross in a pattern matching the Sephirot. These stones, with rounded backs and flat faces, even display shapes resembling human features such as eyes and lips. Additionally, markings hint that a small naval sword or blade once may have been placed nearby, deepening the mystery. If the Tree of Life theory is correct, it implies the site held deep spiritual or religious meaning for its builders, potentially unlocking clues about ancient practices or beliefs. Stonemasons Mike Welling and Mark Fugger study the formation closely, discovering new details that could support either theory. Their insights spark further questions about the origin and purpose of the stone structure. Rick, Charles, and Jack carefully consider the implications of these findings, recognizing the importance of Nolan's Cross within the broader mysteries of Oak Island. As they await progress at the Money Pit, their attention shifts to this compelling site where history and speculation intertwine. Nolan's Cross is more than a striking arrangement of stones. It's a symbol of the island's deep history and the ongoing quest to understand it. Whether it represents a Templar symbol, the Tree of Life, or something entirely different, its presence continues to fuel curiosity. Over the years, weathering has changed the appearance of the stones. One team member notes that the formation looked very different 2 decades ago. While most of the stones are granite and cone-shaped, one appears flatter, suggesting it may have had a unique purpose. Rick believes the orientation of the stone's face, especially the eye-like feature, may have been intentionally positioned to face a specific direction. Although these are compelling theories, the team hopes Mike and Mark can offer more definitive information about the stone's origins and meaning. Despite the intrigue surrounding Nolan's Cross, Rick remains realistic. He acknowledges that while the formation is fascinating, it may not lead directly to treasure. Still, he emphasizes that every investigation must start somewhere, and consulting specialists is the right approach. Their careful, methodical style reflects their commitment to exploring Oak Island respectfully and scientifically. They remain hopeful that Nolan's Cross will provide valuable clues, even if it doesn't reveal all the answers they seek. They are determined to follow every lead in their pursuit of understanding the island's enigmatic past. The next day, the team decides to examine the base stone of Nolan's Cross, an enormous cone-shaped granite block weighing up to 5 tons. Their goal is to understand its original orientation and purpose, gaining new insight into this remarkable formation. All 5 main stones are granite and similarly shaped, but questions remain. Was this particular stone already shaped and conveniently used, or was it deliberately transported and placed? Stonemasons Mark Fugger and Mike Welling note that the stone's surface is exceptionally smooth, unlike any natural granite they've seen. This unusual feature suggests intentional modification. The location of this stone, positioned at the center of Oak Island on land owned by the Nolan family, raises the possibility that it plays a key role in the formation. The contrast between the stone's polished underside and its rough exterior implies deliberate shaping, possibly for a special purpose. This discovery opens the door to new theories. Could this stone be part of a larger monument or structure? Could it hold clues to the origins of Nolan's cross, or reveal more about the island's mysterious builders? As they continue examining the site, the team remains captivated by the island's secrets. Every detail, no matter how small, adds another piece to the ever-growing puzzle. Their attention to detail reflects their dedication to uncovering Oak Island's history with care and precision. Though the ultimate treasure remains hidden, the journey is filled with discovery, excitement, and the thrill of unraveling the island's past. A few days later, Rick Lagina meets with team members and researcher Terry Duvall to discuss a stone Terry believes very few people even know exists. Terry explains that about a year ago, he invited Rick, Craig Tester, and Dave Blankenship to Overton, 144 miles west of Oak Island, where he showed them a collection of ancient stone carvings believed to be centuries old. Among them was a striking Christian symbol, a cross enclosed in a circle. This unusual artifact sparked speculation about a possible connection between Peggy's Cove and the Oak Island mystery, despite the distance between the two locations. Terry recounts how he discovered the carved stone around 4 years earlier while searching for old walls, foundations, and petroglyphs, ancient rock engravings. He immediately realized that the stone wasn't just a naturally shaped boulder. It had clearly been intentionally worked. This led him to investigate its meaning more deeply. In recent years, Rick, Marty, and the team have uncovered numerous intriguing stone carvings, both on Oak Island and in surrounding areas. From New Ross to the Bedford Barrens, they've wondered whether these stones were deliberately created as clues to help unravel the island's long-standing mystery. As they study the stone Terry found, they notice distinct features: a mouth, a nose, and the stone's precise orientation toward the sea. Terry points out smaller rocks supporting it underneath, suggesting it had been placed deliberately. The stone's contours also appear to have been altered to highlight its facial features. Textural differences across its surface indicate that while parts have naturally weathered, other sections were intentionally smoothed or shaped. This carefully crafted stone raises new questions. Who created it? Why was it carved? And could it be another fragment of the Oak Island puzzle? Terry's discovery adds to a growing body of evidence, suggesting that Oak Island and its surroundings may hold more hidden stories than once believed. The team's dedication to examining every carving, symbol, and artifact shows their commitment to solving these mysteries. After a long wait, the steel caisson finally arrives, potentially allowing the team to uncover the mysterious wooden structure first spotted by Rick and Craig 2 years earlier. Historical data shows that previous excavations found wood within a foot of this same location, suggesting they are closing in on something significant. Marty stresses how important it is to confirm whether they've finally reached the vault, expressing growing excitement that they may be on the verge of a major breakthrough. However, a disagreement quickly arises between the Lagina brothers about how to proceed. Marty wants to continue digging aggressively, convinced the structure has already been breached. Rick, on the other hand, urges caution. He insists on pausing operations to avoid damaging anything that might be historically or archaeologically important. His concern highlights the delicate balance between exploration and preservation, wanting to uncover answers, but not destroy valuable evidence in the process. Their differing views reflect the seriousness of the moment. With heavy machinery on site and costs rising, the pressure intensifies. They consult Charles Barkhouse for guidance. While Charles believes decisions should be based on clear evidence, Marty still leans toward pushing forward, seeing this as a rare opportunity. After discovering something that may finally unlock Oak Island's secrets, the brothers debate their next move. Should they use the large hammerclaw to yank out whatever lies inside the wooden structure, risking potential damage? Or proceed slowly, carefully examining the area to protect what could be a major find? Marty voices doubts about there being an actual vault, emphasizing the importance of not ruining potential artifacts. Vanessa, the ROC operations manager, also recommends a more measured approach, advising the team to assess the situation before taking further action. Despite their differences, Marty acknowledges the value of Rick's caution. Understanding their long history of conflict and compromise, he agrees that Rick's judgment to pause and reevaluate is wise. Rick wants to ensure they don't destroy something extraordinary, something that may rewrite their understanding of Oak Island's past. After careful deliberation, the team agrees to continue, but with heightened caution and a strong focus on preservation. Meanwhile, Perrilet, Charles Barkhouse, and investigative journalist Randall Sullivan uncover a possible clue linking the Oak Island mystery to the notorious pirate Captain William Kidd. Examining an old map, they notice a handwritten note referencing Kidd's treasure. This suggests that people once believed Kidd's hoard might be hidden on Oak Island, reinforcing the island's long association with pirate lore. In the late 1600s, Captain Kidd became infamous for raiding ships from the Caribbean to the Indian Ocean. He was eventually captured in 1699, taken to England, and executed for piracy. The mention of his treasure on the map introduces a fascinating historical angle, hinting at a possible connection between Kidd and the riches that people have searched for on Oak Island for generations. The discovery made by Charles and Randall opens a new avenue for investigation, encouraging the team to delve deeper into the history and legends surrounding Captain Kidd and his potential link to the island's mysteries. The reference to Kidd's treasure on the map strengthens the possibility that the infamous pirate may have hidden his fortune on Oak Island, adding yet another layer to its long-standing mystery. Despite Captain William Kidd's desperate appeal for mercy, promising to reveal the location of a secret treasure buried east of Boston in exchange for his life, he was executed on May 23, 1701. This raises intriguing questions about Kidd's potential involvement in the Oak Island enigma. Could Captain Kidd have been the mastermind behind the mystery? When viewed through the lens of his plea and legendary reputation, the tales connecting pirates and hidden riches to Oak Island take on new significance. As part of their investigation, Charles Barkhouse and Randall Sullivan examine records tied to Daniel McInnes, one of the first men to discover the Money Pit. Their search leads them to a book titled Western Shore, Gold River, Martins Point Communities, which may hold valuable clues. The possibility of a link between Captain Kidd and Oak Island deepens the intrigue surrounding the centuries-old puzzle. Kidd's offer to trade information about buried treasure suggests his involvement in concealing wealth, possibly on Oak Island itself. As Barkhouse and Sullivan uncover more evidence, the theory connecting Kidd to the island becomes increasingly plausible. Their research brings them to a compelling account, recorded on December 20th, 1863. It describes the deathbed confession of an elderly sailor who claimed he once served under Captain Kidd. According to his statement, he helped Kidd and his crew bury more than $2 million in treasure on a remote island east of Boston. This astonishing claim raises the question, could that treasure be hidden within the depths of the Oak Island Money Pit? In 1804, members of the Enslow Company made a remarkable discovery. A large, smooth stone slab at a depth of 90 feet in the Money Pit. The slab bore mysterious symbols that, when translated, seemed to read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. These markings align directly with the old sailor's confession and suggest Kidd's treasure may indeed lie on Oak Island. This connection reignites debate about the island's legendary hidden gold and the enduring mystery that has fascinated treasure hunters for generations. As Barkhouse and Sullivan dive deeper into the history and legends surrounding Kidd and Oak Island, they uncover a riveting narrative pointing to the possibility of an immense buried fortune. The idea that Captain Kidd's treasure could still be hidden beneath the island fuels their determination to unravel the truth. One writer and researcher notes that one of the greatest challenges of understanding Oak Island is its fragmented historical record. The available information consists of scattered documents, old maps, personal accounts, and bits of oral history, making the reconstruction of the island's past feel like assembling a difficult puzzle. Every new clue, whether major or subtle, represents a missing piece that brings the larger picture into focus. But gaps and inconsistencies in the record leave room for speculation, demanding patience, critical thinking, and detailed analysis. Despite these challenges, historians, researchers, and explorers remain driven by the enduring mystery and the hope of uncovering Oak Island's true story. Each discovery not only brings them closer to answers, but also helps preserve the island's past for future generations. Earlier in the journey, we saw the team uncover a mysterious hatch on Oak Island's western side, a find that sparked excitement and led them to seek permission for further investigation. Although their visit to Nolan's Cross tempered expectations, the discovery of the hatch with its smooth underside, set amid rough granite, raised thought-provoking questions about its origins. Terry Duval's hidden stone carving added yet another layer to the island's complex history. And with Dan Blankenship's 5 decades of tireless dedication, the vast archive he assembled continues to shape and strengthen the ongoing search. Are you eager to discover even more about the mysteries of Oak Island? Then what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the Timefold channel, and don't forget to like.